Well, hi there, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Monster, where we are working on the Applied Energistic System, the ME system. We got this far last time. We built the ME controller, which is taking power, and we built the ME drives, complete with 4 ME 4K storage devices inside them. So we got a bit stuck last time because we were running out of the nether quartz, so I have spent quite a bit of time, excuse the messy inventory, digging out, where are we, plenty more nether quartz and plenty more nether quartz dust. It took me quite a bit of time off camera in that Mistcraft world. It does mean, though, that we can start work on the access terminal. So this is the access terminal. This is how you access an ME system. It is a conversion matrix with a basic fluid, with a basic processor. Lots of this Fluix dust. We'll need a lot of this Fluix dust. We will need an awful lot of this Fluix dust. It's just one of those things, unfortunately. Now, I do know that you can make that dust using the Mimikite, so I'll keep some bits to the side just in case we're running low. So that's 30 bits of the Fluix dust. So the conversion matrix is 2 of those. I think we do have all of that. So if we just pop in that, those, and these, you get one of these. This is a conversion matrix. Yeah, it needs the access terminal for the crafting terminal. I was just checking. So this is ME cabling. We are going to need a lot of ME cabling, an awful lot. ME cabling is made using 3 pieces of Fluix dust to get 3 cables, so we're going to need an awful lot of nether quartz, even more than I've got. We're going to have to find a good way to get it. We're also going to need glass, which is no great problem. I have lots and lots of glass. So, if we just go like that and like that, I don't quite want to use all of that lot up, I don't think, but 15 pieces should just do us for now, because we're already running out of things. So to make the access terminal, pieces of glass and iron around that. That is nice and easy, although we are starting to run out of our iron already. At least that which I have in my hand. Put that there and put that there, and you get this. This is the ME access terminal. This is very useful. I'll be pleased when I can start using this system properly. If we put this between here and here, you can see it's switched on, and the drives have switched on. They have now turned green. So the entire system is now on. If I right-click, we can see everything that is in the ME system. I can now drag and drop things into the ME system and they go into it. If I now click on here, you can see that there is now one type of thing in that top storage drive, which is taking up 34 bytes of space. Okay, that's all that works. So I could now walk around and offload all of these bits into this system. That would work perfectly fine, just like that. You'll note that you can type things into the top to see what is in the system, which is useful, but it does mean it grabs it if you try to press E to get out. I do that an awful lot, I shall pre-warn you. So, that is one way. I could now run around the room and empty everything in here, of which there's quite a bit of some different things actually into that system. But what might be nice is to use the import bus. Now, where is the import bus? That's the precision import bus. Where is the basic import bus? Fuzzy, ME basic export, ME basic import bus. So how do we make this? We need a sticky piston. That's going to be slightly more problematic. The ME interface, they are extremely useful, but we do need all of those for it. So you can see that these things are actually quite expensive. Oh, of course, you can use raw rubber or balls of glue. So let's just check. The raw rubber is literally raw rubber that you get from that. The ball of glue is a side product of cutting rubber wood. That is very interesting. I certainly could do that to make lots and lots of the stuff. That was something else, which is just all of this stuff, the gelatinous slimes and things like that. Okay, so in order to actually make an import bus, it's not going to be quite as easy as I initially thought. So probably the best way is to go through the sawmill method, I guess. So this is a bit of a distraction, but, well, it's just one of those things, I guess. Okay then, let us make a sawmill. Sawmills are useful anyway. It is another one of the thermal expansion machines. This is a sawmill. It requires copper gears, redstone reception coil, all of this sort of stuff, wooden planks, a machine frame, and an iron axe. So back to these tables where we can pull a machine frame out, I hope. Yep. We need a redstone reception coil. That is not actually in there. That is the one with gold and redstone, which I most definitely do have. We need copper gears, wooden planks, and an iron axe. So the copper gears will probably be the most difficult because, yes. Can you just make those from... No, you do need the stone gear, and we need a couple of them. So, a pair of wooden gears, which can be turned into a pair of stone gears. We then just need to go and grab a bit of the old copper. Ooh. Copper supplies are low. I did not notice that. Is that our very last piece of copper? Ooh, that would be pretty bad. So, a rather annoying use of mimikite, if I am honest, but needs must, and all of those sorts of things. So we can just surround the stone gears with bits of copper, and we'll get those copper gears. We needed a reception coil, which is that, and we also needed that old iron axe, which is that. And I believe we had everything else. I believe it was the axe at the top with the machine frame, with the redstone reception coil, with the copper gears, and a pair of wooden planks. Gets us a sawmill. I'm going to plonk it down in this gap over here. Very nice. I'm going to turn off these inputs and outputs to the side. So this does exactly what you'd expect. It cuts up logs. It does get you more wooden planks per... what am I trying to say? Per log than if you just do it in a crafting bench. But you also get side products, and the side product of wood is this ball of glue, which is handy. So we needed a piston to go with this ball of glue. Let's make up a couple, just because we can. So if we combine, of course, as everybody knows, a piston with this stuff, we're going to get sticky pistons and a spare ball of glue. I might just as well chuck that into the ME system since I've got one. Now, what do I need to make next? If we go back to our import bus, the basic import bus, we needed that. We also needed this ME interface. You will use quite a lot of these. It's another one of these conversion matrices, or matrices, I don't know which you would prefer to say. That does need more of this fluix dust. I'm going to make up at least a couple of these because I am sure I will need quite a lot. Actually, I'm going to make up 3, I think. They're one of those things you get through. A lot of. There we go, 3 of those. Right, a basic import bus. We also need the ME cabling, of which we have quite a bit. Do we have plenty of glass? And we've got enough to make... Well... Wonderful. There we go. Okay, we've got enough to make one of these at least, because we've actually not got much iron on us. So this is the ME interface. If you combine an ME interface with some more iron, let's speedily go grab another stack. Then we will finally get somewhere. So sticky piston on the bottom with an ME interface, 2 of those and 1 of those gets us this. This is the import bus. This will import things into the ME system. If, for example, I could actually just connect it directly on here, and it should... maybe. I would have expected that to connect directly, so I may have just done something wrong there. Is that now actually drawing things in? Yep, you can see it is now drawing things in out of the system. So this is how we can automatically empty chests or put things into chests. This is also how we automatically empty machines. You can see it's filling up. Now, the basic import bus does not have any additional options. There is also the precision import bus, but I think, oh no, it just is combined with a basic processor. So we can do that. I'm now going to pop this off. Go back over here. We can now combine this basic processor with this basic import bus with a basic processor. It makes it into a precision import bus. It basically means it's a bit more intelligent. I can now shift click that onto there. You can see it's got a bigger face. If I right click on it, you can see you can set exactly what it imports. If I put something like iron in there, it would only take iron out. You can also control it with a redstone signal. Most importantly, you can turn it onto stack mode. That means instead of moving individual items, it moves items out in stacks, which is really fast, which is what we really need. So I can just run around and do this for a while. You can see it doesn't have to be connected directly to the controller. Anything which is basically connected to something which is connected to the rest of the system is connected to the entire system. And this is how we are going to empty out all of our things. I've just dropped all my ME cabling into the system. Just by running this cable around everywhere. So you can see immediately that this will get rid of all of the problems we have ever had with things like excess geostrata stuff. Obviously it would be very handy if we had more than one of these import buses, but we only have the one. We're only going to make the one for now. Once everything is in the system, we will start thinking about making more, because I want one of these actually on every single machine in this entire room, and I'll be making plenty more machines beyond that. So this is finally the end of this logistics pipe system. It's quite sad because it has served me very well so far, but it is time for it to go. Because, to be honest, it just can't handle all the excess amounts of stuff that there are around here. So I am going to run out of cabling. But I don't particularly need most of these anymore, because I can now go this way. Oops. And maybe even that way. Will I just about be able to reach all the way over to this chest, or will I be one short? I've got this horrible suspicion I shall be one short. No, I'm going to be just right. So that will now empty everything out of there. Brill. Oops. Didn't mean to knock the light out. And I can't get down there either. Or that light. I'm going to do that an awful lot, aren't I? So let's just really quickly pop those back in. Whack them back on with the crescent hammer. There we go. So we can now get over here. You can see now that we have one of these has got a full 36 different types of inventory on. It's actually very, very nearly full. The second one is half full, so we are actually filling these up reasonably quickly. But as you can also see, we've got lots and lots of stuff in here. And that one block takes up a lot less space than that lot of stuff. So I am not, too unhappy. I may well have to make more storage devices. There are bigger storage devices. I believe you saw when I was going through it, it goes all the way up to 64, which is many times the size of those 4s. But it's really not that worth it. I'd rather have lots and lots of little ones, because I think it looks better. Having, a big server room, an entire wall of those things. I like that. It is, as I often say, over-engineered. Which I like. So this does stop us having to run about to each individual chest to find all the things which we want. However, we do still have to go into the system and get things out. Press all the wrong keys because I'm really not used to doing that. Run back over to the crafting bench. It would be very easy if you could actually craft from within the ME system. Unfortunately, you can do exactly that because there is something in the applied energistics system called a crafting terminal. This takes the access terminal, which is what we actually built, and it takes a storage cell and a crafting bench. The storage cell is very easy. It's requiring another one of those basic processors, which I suspect I don't actually have. And do I actually have any stuff to make it? I think I don't. So, we are going to need to make up a few more of the basic processors. Yes, it was just quartz dust in the system, wasn't it? Now, do I have any more quartz dust? Yes, it is all in the system. Yes, I do. So, get out some of that, and remember not to click with the crescent hammer in your hand, and pop a few more of these just into here, because I just need to make up another basic processor or two. To be honest, I only need to make one. Like that for now. I'll be making up a lot more of everything else off the camera, of course. Just because that is a lot easier to do. So there is our basic processor. We needed a storage cell, didn't we? So we should have all of that stuff. We do. So we just knock together another basic storage cell. And then we get to combine it with this thing. You can just whack it out with a crescent hammer. That is no problem. Then all that we do is we just follow this recipe, which I hope I have everything for on me. I think that I do. So, combine the storage cell with the access terminal. You also need a crafting bench. That is one thing which I most definitely do not have. There is none that I can knock out, but I'm going to do that a lot, aren't I, while I'm holding this? You can see how much wood we got out of that. So a quick crafting bench combined with that, and that. 2 bits of glass, I think, went here and here, and the iron gets us a crafting terminal. This is a lot like the access terminal, which is the first one that we made, except that it has that at the top. It also has a crafting bench at the bottom. So what you can actually do is craft using things in here. For example, if I wanted to make bone meal, I can just drag it down here. If you watch that, you can see it is pulling things out of the ME system to make it. So it makes it very, very easy to make things. Quite ridiculously so. We've got lots of basalt cobblestone there. So we have all of this stuff in, and the ME system is, well, pretty much up and running. Obviously this is not how it will be at the finish, but it is a very good start. What I shall do now is empty out all of the remaining chests. There aren't that many left of them now. Just get all of this stuff out. And then we shall have finally finished with this system, and I shall move this system over to the factory for next time and start working on my big, fully automated lots and lots of machines in the basement system. So thank you very much for watching this episode, guys. I very much hope that you enjoyed it, and I very much hope to see you next time. Goodbye.